Greetings, world. I am Richard, coming to you today, Tuesday, the August 13. So I had a beautiful question asked by a viewer. So this would be a viewer's request video. And I'm going to look into, will food be healthy again? But first, a little bit of feel good to the whole world. I thought this was a great question to ask. It is not too much into politics, and it is something that, well, I am, for one, very interested in knowing. Now, of course, I have my opinion on this. And my opinion is, well, yes, of course, it will get healthier. And reason is not just because of how I feel within me, my inner knowing, but it's also because things have been happening all around us, which is unbeknownst to most. Because unless you look for this information, well, we all know that it will not be mainstream media who's going to come out and tell it to us. But what do I mean by this is that recently, last month at the end of July, I believe, so you had a court ruling in the United States that made, okay, how do I want to say this? So the FDA has declared last month, I'm pretty sure this was last month, that all BVO products, which is brominated vegetable oils, so BVO, are now banned. And in being banned, all the stores who are carrying these vegetable oils will have up to a year to empty their shelves. So, it's in our best interest not to be buying these products, because now that the FDA is coming out stating them banned, it is obviously because they are not good for our health, right? And then we also have the Chevron ruling, okay, that just came in. Again, I believe, I want to say last month, don't hold me to it, but declaring basically that the FDA is actually unconstitutional. So, the FDA has been giving us all, these set of laws on things that we consume, but in the end, it is quite unconstitutional. So what has been happening in back of the curtains? Who has been making these laws in the politics? Blip, blap, bloop. Now, the corporation of the United States is actually dissolved, guys. And it is now returned to a republic. Hence, we have common law. So I do believe that healthy food, raw milk, things of that nature are indeed going to be legal and back. And therefore, our whole food pyramid is going into the golden age, restored. But without any more of my opinions, because I have a tendency to want to ramble on, and I can do it for a very long time, I'm going to ask my cards. So, higher self, oversoul, and universe, tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know regarding this question. Will food be healthy once again in our near future? Is the whole food pyramid, the food system, en route for a healthier, better way of living? Are we in the change right now where all these poisons, all these things that want to kill us in the food, are they on the way out? Tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know. All right, one more shuffle. Let's cut, let's rock and roll. Okay, guys, so first in, it is the death of an old system with the moon coming in first in line. So the death of what? Secrets that we were unbeknownst to, right? So the whole food system, what the FDA had approved, how it was harming us. The moon is like a death card, right? So it's the end of that generation, that chapter. Moving on, yes, we've been uncomfortable for a very long period of time, but now humanity is enlightened to what the FDA has been permitting to be passed as food with all these forever plastic agents and the food dyes. And I mean, there's so much corruption in it. And it's funny because it's not the same rules all around the world. I think probably the worst ones would have been in the United States, then following probably us as well, Canada. But other places in the world, it's very different, the ingredients, as what has been permitted to pass as actual food. But back to the subject. So yes, we've been blinded, uncomfortable for a very long period of time, and now humanity is being enlightened. We got two major arcanas right here. So moving on, then we got the Queen of Wands, the Witch of the Tarot. So that would go in exactly with being enlightened, right? The Great Awakening. Humanity is tapping into their inner knowing. This is a great change happening right now. So moving on to the now moment. Yeah, so we got another major arcana with the Temperance. So the Temperance is restoring, rebalancing. A lot of patience is needed with the Temperance, but she's got her feet in the water. Because it's more of a masculine energy, he's playing with his two golden chalices and the liquid is not dripping. So, he's like really grounding with the water element, which is, well, we're made, 80% of water, the human vessel. We got the sun rising here on the horizon. So this is looking really good for healthy food coming back up online again. So, no, it's not that it's upside down. I just took my deck upside down. At the center, the heartbeat, we got the wonderful Knight of Pentacles. So he is bringing an offering that is quite tangible. He is well calculated, a man with a plan. Like I like saying, he's not fast like my Firebird, but he's a military tank. You cannot blow him out of the way. He's a master triple, quadruple chess player. So this has been planned for quite some time now, and it's strongly in effect. And I do not see how new sets of corrupt rules could come in and blow this out of the way. This is firm to me. Moving on. Then we got, so the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So this is where we're going, guys, right? This is in lack of nothing, highly abundant. You're on your throne, So this abundance, things that are tangible, is not just about, metals, coins, finances, but food, harvesting. This is the king of it. This is where we're going. Beautiful for the future. So yes, okay, we're talking about mental entrapment or imprisonment. So I'm not too sure if this is talking about the people who have put these, what is that word, legislatures? Well, I'm not really sure how it completely works with this, how the old system of the FDA and how you were able to find loopholes but it was quite corrupt. So I don't know if we're talking about those people, if they could be seen as rounded up, gelled things like Guantanamo Bay, or if this is referring that we have been blinded to something. Let's move on and see. We got a generosity card here, so a restoration. Okay, being very generous to the ones that are in need, right? So it could be seen as a switch of shifts of power, right? So now the ones who are now in control are bringing in a beautiful rebalancement and being general to, well, how the old guard used to see us as just like cattle or, lesser things than they were, right? So this is a newfound generosity. Moving on, we have the Lovers. So in a question like this is about politics. So this third row, I'm going to state it, okay? So whoever was in control before putting all this poison in our food, they have, are, and will be rounded up. It's jail time, Guantanamo Bay, because there's a new guard in town that's there to bring a new fairly balance to humanity, and or if we're talking about the old guard, they were giving scraps to the people. So that could be seen as to, I'd have to look deeper into this one, but it's either like you're giving peanuts, breadcrumbing, or you're being generous. But if I'm going here, I think it's saying both. Okay, humanity was blind, imprisoned to a system. The ones that were in control are now, how do we say it? The hunters are now being the hunted. So they were giving breadcrumbs. Now the new guard is being generous. And it's all about politics here, right? It's always been a political movement. Very impressive. So now I need my clarifying spread, which is another form of generosity here. And it could be related as well with the aid, the help of the alliance. So off-world energy with the Six of Cups. So you can see this one's more of, looking like a giant, more giant than the regular cute, adorable granny there. He's offering a cup, right, filled to the brim with flowers. Flowers grow. What do the farmers do? They grow. So that's a restored generosity coming in the clarifying spread. And moving on, yes, it was very confusing. Smoke and mirrors, illusion, delusion, high confusion. Everything that we believed to be one thing was not that thing, because if you believe that to be that, then it would switch to that. Very smoke and mirrors, confusing, leaving us in the dark. So a generosity coming here. It is highly sponsored. Yes, from the good guys, boots on the ground, but the alliance is also involved here. Things were very confusing, and or there's a lot of dysfunction that needs to be taken down. I can see it both ways with the Eight of Cups. And then we have, again, I did it, the whole deck was upside down. Then we got the Ace of Pentacles. So that is a gift, a restoration by the universe about what things that are tangible. What do we grow in the ground? Things that are tangible, right? We cultivate it. So everything is restored with the glorious Ace of Pentacles. So again, aces are alpha cards. They are 11s, therefore a new rebirth. So you know where I'm going now, guys. I do need my Major Golden Arcana as a word of advice from the universe, my higher self, to our beloved species called humanity. Because, we hear a lot about, the bad humans do, but first of all, I question if they're actually human. And there is more good out there. I so never encounter evil people. Wherever I go, it's like people are good. So, like these news would have us believe that everyone is evil. That's just not fucking true. Word of advice, universe. And let's see. And how about we're going to go here? I want that one. Yes, we've been battling, the Deep Dark Cabal. As if you follow me, you will know that the Hierophant in a question like this, right? So will food be good once again, healthy again? Well, it's a clear yes. But why wasn't it healthy? Because these guys were in the way, right? So the Gates Dominion, I don't have to, who they are, right? So they've been in the way. So that is the word of advice. It's the end of them. Now I'm going to do, I want a little bit more on them, because I did see my Guantanamo Bay kind of cards here. So let's go ask another 3 cards on the Hierophant. Because right now I'm going to say that these guys were the problem. They're rounded up. Have been, are, and will be rounded up. But I want to clarify that if I'm accurate on this. So, let's grab my golden black, because I got too many out right now. So clarify this, higher self, the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here? What does that mean as a message of the universe? Healthy food again. I got the goose of the flesh, The flesh, the flesh of the goose coming out. Wow, I love it. I love that we will be alive and twitching in this dream of a new, healthy adventure of the future. Tell me everything I need to know in a 3-card spread regarding the Hierophant. All right, so this one jumped out. So yes, that group, they brought outer conflict with humanity. And then their tower moment is here. So they're built on sand. It's very shocking. It's collapsing. The old guard is no more. Sponsored by the fucking Emperor. In a question like this, because we're talking about fools, now we're going into, you know, the nefarious and the benevolent and the fight and all that. This is my Trump military, boots on the ground, white hats alliance card. Bossing up. The ones in charge of the military. So let's clarify this guy. So that is Khazarian Mafia, Deep Dark Cabal, everything like Bill Gates, Roundup, Monsanto, Frankenstein food. Clarifying that is that they brought in that group a lot of outer conflict, and or there's been a lot of conflict as they've been rounded up. So we can look at it both ways. They created a lot of conflict. Their tower moment has come because it's built on Sander Foundation. And who's in control? The Alliance, the White Hats, the military, Trump, things of that nature. All one and the same, working in union, right? For freedom, the end of enslavement. So this is a very glorious. So yes, this one that came out with these two here, I'm going to call it that those ones that were in power have been rounded up, are being rounded up, and will, but I got a feeling that what needs as the wheel, they're basically rats, minions scurrying around, hiding, but they're going to get caught. They're going to get caught. Of course, nothing is hidden. And the hunters are now being, no, the hunters are now being the hunted. Yeah, that's how I want to say it. And yes, because they were giving scraps, it was political, and because the new guards in town are going to be generous, as should be, to humanity. Again, because it was a political thing. So there you go, guys. It is looking beautiful, as I did feel, but I always love confirmation from the cards. And we're going to go because, yes, as I tell you, I like to add this to my readings. So, higher self pendulum. This is a new pendulum. I usually have it around my neck. So it's a black obsidian wrapped in copper. So there's a lot of electricity going through it. So see, I don't even have to ask the question. So am I accurate in my reading here? Is it all accurate? And that is like a big seesaw movement. She's really rocking to some, oh, let's say some L7 today. Yes, yes, yes. Is there any way I am wrong in any of my reading? Pendulum. So it's slowing down to, it's going to go side to side, which is going to be a no. Let's see, it looks like it's spinning, but I'm changing speeds right now, right? Like when you're driving your car. Yeah, so it's a no. So there you go, guys. Healthy foods on this way, on our way. So be patient. I think that all these things, right? Don't forget my intro, right? So a lot has happened last July around the FDA probably being forced to ban BVO with the Chevron ruling, which is considering the FDA to be unconstitutional. There is a lot going down. So it's not because we don't see it that it's not happening. We have to search for it. And you know, the boob tube's not going to make it easy for me, right? I think it's one thing at a time, and they're focused on other subjects right now. But this is very positive, and I love you all so very much. I wish you a blessed, beautiful, glorious, kind of a rocking day. Be kind to yourself. Be good to yourself. Rock and roll. Ow! Cheers.